Good morning students. In this class I will be doing class 9 8th chapter quadrilateral CBSE syllabus. Okay, first exercise already I have completed. Now I am doing second exercise. In that fifth sum. In a parallelogram ABCD. So ABCD is a parallelogram. E and F are the midpoints. E and F are the midpoints of the sides AB and CD respectively. Show that the line segments AF and EC. Show that the line segments AF and EC trisect the diagonal BD. Trisect the diagonal BD. That means we have to prove that DP is equal to PQ is equal to QB. This is the thing we are asked to prove. So the given thing is ABCD is a parallelogram. E and F are the midpoints and BD is the diagonal. We are asked to prove that this diagonal, the line segments AF and EC trisect the diagonal BD. So for proving this, first it is given ABCD is a parallelogram. ABCD is a parallelogram. So in this, opposite sides are parallel and equal. So opposite sides are parallel and equal. Parallel and equal. So opposite sides are parallel and equal. That is AB is equal to CD and AB parallel to CD. Okay. So it is given that E is the midpoint. So we can write AE is equal to half of AB. Okay, we can write AE, since E is the midpoint. E is the midpoint. Since E is the midpoint, we can write AE is equal to half of AB. Same way on CF is equal to, since F is the midpoint of CD, we can write CF is equal to half of CD. CF is equal to half of CD. So that is F is the midpoint. Since F is the midpoint, we can write like this. Okay, so AE is equal to half of AB and CF is equal to half of CD. So we can write, since this AB, we can write this AB is equal to CD. So if we are replacing this these two are equal. AB and CD are equal. So we can write that AE is equal to CF. AE is equal to CF. Okay. So therefore from above equations, we can write that AE is equal to CF. AE is equal to CF. Already AB and CD are parallel, that is ABCD is a parallelogram. We have proved that AE is equal to CF and AE is equal to AE parallel to CF. So in the same way we can say that AE is parallel to CF. Why? Because this AB is parallel to CD. The same condition we can write. AB parallel to CD. So since E is the midpoint, we told that AE is equal to CF. So we can say that AE is parallel to CF. So one pair of opposite sides are parallel and equal. So we can say that AECF is a parallelogram. Okay. So therefore AECF is a parallelogram. AECF is a parallelogram. Since one pair of opposite sides are parallel and equal. Since one pair of opposite sides are parallel and equal, we can say that AECF is a parallelogram. Okay, so now E is the midpoint. We told that AF and EC are parallel. Since it is a parallelogram, both the pairs of opposite sides are parallel. So we will take like that. We will take this part of the triangle. That is triangle APB. This triangle we will take. APB. This triangle and triangle DCE Q. DCQ. These two set of triangles we will take now. First set is in triangle APB. In triangle APB, E is the midpoint of one side. E is midpoint of AB, and AP is parallel to EQ, and AP, this part, AP parallel to EQ. Okay, by converse of midpoint theorem. One point is the midpoint, and these two sides are parallel. So Q will also be the midpoint of the other side. Okay, so that is by converse of midpoint theorem, and AP parallel to EQ by converse of midpoint theorem. Converse of midpoint theorem, we can say that Q is the midpoint of PB. Q is the midpoint of PB. Q is the midpoint of PB. So that is PQ is equal to BQ. PQ is equal to QB. QB or BQ. So PQ is equal to QB. Okay. Now we will take the other pair of triangle. Other set of triangle we will take. In triangle DQC. In triangle DQC, F is the midpoint. F is the midpoint and PF parallel to QC. PF parallel to QC. Okay. Therefore, by converse of midpoint theorem, we can say that P is the midpoint of side DQ. P is the midpoint of side DQ. Okay, so DP is equal to PQ. DP is equal to PQ. So first what we have proved? First one, PQ is equal to QB. Now what we are telling? DP is equal to PQ. So PQ is equal to both DP and QB. So we can write it as DP is equal to PQ is equal to QB. That means all these three things are equal. These three parts are equal. That is the thing we are asked to prove. Show that the line segment AF and EC trisect the diagonal BD. So this is the full length. So it is trisection. That is three parts are equal. That is BD. Trisect the diagonal BD. So AF and EC trisect the diagonal BD. Next sum is show that the line segments join the midpoints of the opposite sides of a quadrilateral. Opposite sides of a quadrilateral bisect each other. So it is given that midpoints of the opposite sides of a quadrilateral. So it is a quadrilateral. So this is a quadrilateral. In this, we will take this quadrilateral as A, B, C, D as a quadrilateral. Line segments joining the midpoints of the opposite sides. So, if we take P, Q, R, S are the midpoints of the sides. Here, we are asked to prove that the line segments joining the midpoints of the opposite sides of a quadrilateral. So, these are the midpoints. I am joining the opposite sides. So, opposite sides of a quadrilateral bisect each other. So, these two bisect each other. This is the thing we are asked to prove. So, for proving this, I am joining the diagonal AC. I am joining the diagonal AC and connecting these points. Connecting these points. Okay, so AC is the diagonal. Okay, given PQRS are the midpoints of the sides of the quadrilateral. We are joining that midpoints. We are asked to prove that they bisect each other. So for that, I am joining this PQRS. So we will get a quadrilateral, a four-sided figure we will get. So AC is the diagonal. Join AC. Join AC. Okay, since S and R are the midpoints of any two sides, if you take the triangle ACD, everything with the help of midpoint theorem only. So we will take triangle ACD and triangle ABC and we will say that. So join AC first, then in triangle ADC, S and R are the midpoints. S and R are midpoints of the sides, AD and CD respectively. AD and CD respectively. So SR is equal to, SR is parallel to AC and SR is equal to half of AC. So SR is parallel to AC and SR is equal to half of AC. Then this is for this triangle ADC. Then we will take another triangle in triangle ABC. In triangle ABC. P and Q are midpoints. P and Q are midpoints of sides AB and BC respectively. AB and BC respectively. So in this we will get PQ is parallel to AC and PQ is equal to half of AC. PQ is parallel to AC and PQ is equal to half of AC. So from these two equations, from these two things, one is given as SR parallel to AC and PQ parallel to AC. So we can say that SR is parallel to PQ. SR is parallel to PQ. Same way another thing also. SR is equal to half of AC and PQ is equal to half of AC. So we can say that SR is equal to PQ. We can say that SR is equal to PQ. So SR is equal to PQ and SR is parallel to PQ. So one pair of opposite sides are parallel and equal. So we will get PQRS as a parallelogram. So PQRS is a parallelogram. That is, one pair of opposite sides are parallel and equal. Parallel and equal. So it is a parallelogram. So we know the property of the parallelogram that diagonals bisect each other. So if you take this PQRS as a parallelogram, PR and QS will be the diagonals of the parallelogram. So the diagonals of the parallelogram bisect each other. So that is the property of the parallelogram. So in a parallelogram, diagonals bisect each other. So that diagonals each other. So those diagonals will be here in this question, that will be the midpoints of the line segment joining the midpoints of the opposite sides. So that only we are asked to prove. So now seventh sum. ABC is a triangle, right angled at C. A line through the midpoint M of a hypotenuse AB and parallel to BC intersects AC at D. Show that D is the midpoint of AC and MD perpendicular to AC and CM is equal to MA is equal to half of AB. So these are the things given. M is the midpoint and MD is parallel to BC. So with the help of this, we will prove the first one. First one we are asked to prove that D is the midpoint of AC. So what are the things given? M is the midpoint. M is the midpoint of AB. M is the midpoint of AB and DM parallel to CB. DM DM parallel to CB. So by converse of midpoint theorem, we can say that D is the midpoint of AC. D is the midpoint of AC. So that is the first thing we are asked to prove by the converse of midpoint theorem. Second one is MD perpendicular to AC. That is MD is perpendicular to AC. So here in the question itself it is given that DM is parallel to CB. DM is parallel to CB. DM is parallel to CB. DM and CB are parallel to each other. So we will get corresponding angles here. So these two will be the corresponding angles. That is angle ADM is equal to angle ACB. These two will be the corresponding angles. So corresponding angles will be equal in a parallel line. So these two will be the parallel lines, and AC is transversal. So for this one we will get corresponding angles equal. That is ADM is equal to ACB. These two are equal corresponding angles. We know that ACB is equal to 90 degree. ACB is equal to 90 degree. So ADM is equal to ACB is equal to 90 degree. So AMD, so since this is 90 degree, we can say that is perpendicular to AC. That is MD perpendicular to AC. So that is the second proof. MD perpendicular to AC. Now third one is we are asked to prove that CM is equal to MA is equal to half of AB. So for proving that we will take these two triangles and prove the congruency of those two triangles. So in triangle ADM and triangle CDM, since D is the midpoint, AD is equal to CD. Since D is the midpoint, that is the thing already we have proved. D is the midpoint. So AD is equal to CD. And DM is equal to DM. That is common line. This one. DM is equal to DM. That is common. That is the second side. Then just now we have proved that this is 90 degree. So ADM, angle ADM is equal to angle CDM. ADM is equal to angle CDM, that is 90 degree. So by SAS congruency we can say that triangle ADM is congruent to triangle CDM by SAS congruence. Two sides and one angle, we can say that both the triangles are congruent. Since both the triangles are congruent, by CPCT we can say that AM is equal to CM. So this is by CPCT. So AM is equal to CM. Since M is the midpoint of AB, we can say that AM is equal to CM is equal to half of AB. That is the thing we are asked to prove. AM is equal to CM is equal to half of AB, since M is the midpoint. So with this I am completing today's class. So quadrilaterals chapter is over in this class. So in the next class I will be doing the new chapter. So whatever doubts you have, you message me in the comment box. Thank you.